Alright, hey guys, what's up? I wanted to talk to you about a replay system today and what that would mean basically. It's really painful to realize that we don't have a replay system yet, and do we know if they're working on one? There's like a tiny illusion that they're maybe doing like stats and stuff because they've been taking down other stats websites like Pursuit and Visor. They've been like basically saying if you use these third party programs, you're caught for cheating, you can get banned. So maybe they're alluding to, hey, we'll kill off our competition, we'll make our own, or they're just killing it off because they don't like stats at all, which is awful, and I hate that. But it's gonna be 2019. It's 2018. We need a replay system. The game came out in 2016. There's no reason it doesn't exist yet. They have a very scuffed one in the Overwatch League, and from what I understand, it's basically like the highlight system that you already have in the game, but like as a timeline scrub on the side, so you'd like capture part of it and then it'd basically play it back like a highlight reel from the game. It's not like a true replay system where it's like actually capturing the map. It's just capturing like in that part of the match where you start to record it, which is like, come on, man. Why is this so half-assed? Like, this thing needs to be set in stone. It needs to be figured out. We had replay systems back so long ago. I'm trying to think, like old StarCraft days, old Call of Duty days. Like, we had Call of Duty games coming out in like, what was it? The first one, I'm trying to think. It was probably Black Ops in 2007, 2006, 2009, something like that. It was like way long ago, and even that wasn't like that well done, but you had a scrub, you could free cam the whole map, you could capture highlights, you could post the highlights. There was just a full capture system. You could see everyone's POVs. Yeah, that existed a long time ago, and those games used to get pumped out, like just pump them out, and then there was a replay system for each game after that. So it's really painful that there isn't a replay system because it affects content creators one like at the highest level. So like any content creator trying to make a montage, it's not going to be as good. They have to use free cam and their own custom games and record clips. A lot of times they don't have the same skins enabled, so they don't look as good as they could. They can't get like third person replays of like assist like of that person in the match for the montage because that doesn't exist. And so unless there's the camera where it's actually in the game recorded like that, a lot of times it's just not going to have that content. What else is there? There's content creators who are trying to do analysis and they just can't do it as effectively. They have to do a lot of going back, keeping track of things, seeing things off screen done, and then having to like go back and like make sure that that was actually the action done. It works for analysts and things like things I'm like recording and stuff. Sometimes I don't even know what's happening in the game because I can't see it on my screen because it wasn't free cam, it wasn't third person, so I didn't see everything. It was first person, and I only saw 7 people in the fight. The other 5 people I didn't even see for the entire duration of the fight. And I'm like, okay, that guy died. I don't know how he died, but he died with his ult up. Can I watch that back? Can I understand what happened there? No, it's lost in the ether. So I hate it. I'm trying to think what else content creators could do with it. Obviously, there's like the content of being able to analyze like some team and be able to focus on them, so you can like first person a fight, understand what happened in the fight, then you can go third person or free cam above the fight and basically be showing like this is the preparation, because in the first person cam you probably didn't see what maybe 2 people did to flank and create a huge play. Go back over it and show, wow, these 2 people had like a really good pathing decision and they really zoned these members out with doing this poke damage that you didn't see if you were just watching it live. This is how this play was done. Let's go over it. And that content just can't exist unless you have the tools that some of the owl teams have, but who has access to that? Like 10 to like 30 people. That's it. It's really painful because there's just a lot of content that just can't be created because the technology doesn't exist. Haha. Improvement's the biggest thing. So like even if there was just a replay system for just yourself, so like your replay system was allowing you to watch just your games on your client that you played either in competitive or customs, that would be like baseline. You could improve a lot off that information because right now You can't watch your competitive games back unless it's first person, unless you recorded them. There's no free cam. You can't watch what other people were doing decision wise unless you get their stream links and then you go back. That is such a pain in the ass. Sometimes you can't even do that. For scrims, you have to have someone recording third person, and then you would have to record your own first person. Again, pain in the ass. If you want to splice the two together, if you want to edit it, absolute pain in the ass. If you had a replay system, you could literally, okay, let's watch this person's perspective for the beginning of the fight. Then, as soon as the action starts, let's pan out, free cam, watch the fight, pan back into first person at the end of the fight. You can just like go between them very easily and record the clip and have it just your perspective of what you want. So like third, first, third, first, and then like have it like spliced together like that for 30 seconds. If you did that, you'd have to edit for like 20 minutes of like just splicing the tune. You'd have to find the point. So huge pain in the ass. So many more things you have to think about whenever you're recording. Sometimes that clip doesn't exist anymore, and sometimes a file can get corrupted or didn't record properly or the audio was scuffed, and there's so many different issues. If you have the replay, you can go back and record it again. You have the file there with you, so there's nothing to be lost unless the file for the replay gets corrupted, and then I guess that's the problem then of whoever made the replay or whatever, like if the replay is scuffed or whatever. Scouting is another thing. Like if this became what it is for Counter-Strike, StarCraft, League of Legends, I'm trying to think anything else, Dota probably, all these games, they can watch each other's games and really, really scout what people are doing. In Overwatch right now, you basically have to have a slave capture all the information that's left there that you can't pick up as easily because there's no information on the matches, there's no third-person views of the matches. It's just the person recording and spectating the match, and that's all you get from it. So what I've been doing is just like trying to capture the information of the matches, trying to use websites that sometimes don't have all the information, and then like trying to paint the picture so I can understand the match better. Other games, it's literally just, oh well, yeah, I want to watch all Device's VODs. Okay, I'll just load up Device's VODs and I'll watch him up. I can watch his first person. I can watch how he rotates on the map. I can see what he does. I can just learn directly from that. I can see, okay, on this point on Overpass, he takes this amount of peaks at this angle. He usually holds this angle for this amount of time. In Overwatch, I don't know how long someone stands here. I just have to like guess. If he's not on the screen, then I don't know if he's peeking that angle or not. It just doesn't exist in that aspect. So scouting just becomes that much more difficult, and like you can't plan as specifically around people unless you literally have like a team of slaves working, jotting down all the information, keeping track of things, guessing a lot of times. Because whenever I'm like trying to like do a analysis sheet, or if I'm trying to like figure out what happened, I have to watch a play like 10 times sometimes to figure out what happened with everyone because I'm guesstimating. Because I saw someone 5 seconds ago, I don't see them for the entire duration of the fight. I have to spectate basically their HP bar, their ult charge, and what they did to the enemy. So I can be like, okay, the 5th second mark, I don't see him anymore. So 6th second, okay, he goes in. He's starting to do damage to the Zenyatta. Okay, he peels off. I see he's getting low. Okay, he goes and gets a health kit. Okay, he comes back and kills the Zen. And I don't see it for the entire duration of the fight, but I have to guess and watch like bars move to guess what he did in the fight. That's just straight trash. Like I should be able to just watch the replay. I don't know when this is going to come out. It's really painful that it doesn't exist. When are we going to get it? Is it going to be 2020, end of 2019? There's been no word on when this will come out, so it really sucks that it doesn't exist. I think it needs to. How long does it take to make? Do they have just a tiny team that can't make this happen? We've seen and we've heard that they've had problems in the past of, we can't do this part of the game because we have to focus on toxic players. Is their staff like 10 people? Do they have a very limited staff where they just aren't able to code or create new things in the game without devoting the entire team towards it? If that's the case, man, you need to hire more people or decide what's like the most important thing, because I think this is very important for the longevity. It's already bad that the player population is like going down now, and it might come out later, because this is a thing that maintains the longevity of a game, being able to consume content, being able to watch montages. CS:GO, Call of Duty, StarCraft, Quake, all these other games that had replays, they were able to make such insane montages. The creators, they love to make them. They're really enjoyable to make. They're really enjoyable to watch. It keeps engagement, keeps people hyped. People will then go for the clips and they'll try to do interesting things, and that content just drives more interaction, will drive people to play the game more. Dude, I saw this montage, it was so sick, let's play some Overwatch tonight. That just doesn't really happen. The amount of good Overwatch like montages that I've seen have been not at the same level as I've seen other ones, and it's not any fault of the editors. Some of them are amazing, but they just can't put out the same content. There's not that same enjoyment that you can get from products created by anyone. So lesser competition because people can't scout, people can't improve at the same level. The content is weaker. The game overall feels like it's just played at a lower level because people can't scout as efficiently. It's not played at a higher level. There's a lot of just freeness to the game, and I guess that works for some teams that are more loose-based, but I want a strong strategic team to really dominate this game, and I feel like it's just not going to be able to be done unless there's a change to the system.